Hello, how y'all doing? Let me see. Whew. Just had a very beautiful dinner. Anyway, how y'all doing today? So, I have just a few things to say today, just to fulfill my obligation, my heart's thought obligation to keep doing this. It's beautiful. So, what I wanted to say, because the theme of a lot of what I talk about, the theme of it, oftentimes, hey, how you doing? A theme of it actually is oftentimes about how and what is really in charge of the planet right now. And sometimes, people will tell me that, don't speak so much because you can get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, it's time to just reveal all the shit once and for all and just let people know. Those who want to stay, what's up, you, Anna? How you doing? What's going on? We haven't had that phone call. I didn't forget. Anyway, yeah. So, a lot of people are trying to figure out. I love that emoji. It's very cool. Whatever that. Wow, you're squeezing love out of your cheeks. Love it, love it. So, I love to have good laughs. That's too funny. So, as I was saying, yeah. So many people are trying to figure out what is going on, and I'm just going to keep saying more and more about it. Whether or not people think it's just the ravings of a madman, that's fine with me, but I feel like truth sometimes just needs somebody who can just say it. And as far as I see it, right now what is happening on the planet in terms of the whole mask thing or the vaccination thing, I reduce it. If I not reduce, actually expand and really see the root of it. The root of it is they want to stifle out the feminine from the planet. And people might tell me, yes, people might say, oh, you're going too far, lower. But look at what they're telling people not to do. Don't go to nature. All the places where you can still connect with Mother Earth, those are the places they're forbidden. Come on, people, think about it. Why can you go to certain places and certain places you can't go? The places where people can get together. In fact, when I first realized this, I was shocked. Then I realized, because my thinking was, how come they have the churches closed then? Because the churches are places of patriarchy, right? You go there, it's a patriarch. But then what I realized was the churches, no matter how patriarchal they are, they still have feminine sides because people are gathering. Watch, don't believe anything I say. Look at all the rules they give people where to go, not to do, what to do. You see, it's a war against the feminine. Whatever can create anything, even a modicum of feminine energy, these motherfuckers are against it. And people are, to me, it just baffles me sometimes. People can see into some of these tricks. Because, look, it's a perspective, right? I always say, but check this perspective out. How come this so-called COVID, whatever it is, can affect you here, it doesn't affect you there? It's almost like a moody virus. Think about it. It's basically because people are not paying enough attention. Don't believe what I'm saying? Just check it out. You'll see that basically this is an attempt to cut humans off from their sexuality, to call a spade a spade. They're making it difficult for humans to get together. And what is the basis of getting together? Sexuality. This is a war against the feminine, whereby they're trying to minimize and control how human beings relate, the male-female. It's basically trying to cut off people from their feminine side. Because how do people connect? Those who are not so-called spiritual, for example, everybody is spiritual, but it's just because people are not connecting. When people hug, for example, when you hug somebody, there are many electrochemical energies that are really released. And then it's almost like it actually nourishes the body. You agree, Anna, right? Yeah. Anybody who really wants to look deep will see it. It's pretty obvious. I mean, at least that's a possibility. Even if they want to say we're right. Because basically what it is a war against the feminine. And all these people that are pretending to care for black people, I'm saying they can go fuck themselves off, because these people don't give a shit about anybody. Because as far as I'm concerned, if anybody on the planet doesn't admire or love the feminine, how can they create beauty? How can they be for love? Think about it. If you are against the root of something, how can you grow it? The root of the feminine, the beauty, all that love that human wants is a sacred sexuality. And this is part of what they're trying to cut off more and more. Yeah, Jide, this is what's going on. They try to cut people off from that energy, because you watch, they're going to keep tight. If people fall for this bullshit and they stay home and they listen to all these garbage rules, they will start realizing that they start disconnecting themselves from their neighbors. And when you cut yourself from your neighbors, when you're not making love, you're not hugging people, guess what? War will be created. Something has to give. And I thought we're still doing the same. Yeah, it's crazy. People really are not getting the point of this whole thing. They think it's just going to go away for a while. No, the plan is not to stop. It's about taking away more and more rights. And if you haven't seen that, well, good luck. I'm just speaking my own truth from the way I see my perspective. You think you're going to give him a little bit, you're going to give him a little bit. Before you know it, you can't leave your house. Look at Victoria in Australia right now. See what's going on right there. It's pretty much, that's basically holding people hostage. And people call that for the base, to help humanity? Come on, man. Come on, people. Really? You really think to lock you in your house for your own health and living long is worth it? What kind of life is that, in my view? You just home all day long by yourself with maybe 2 or 3 people, and you think that's living? In my view, as far as I see it, that's not worth living. That's too limited. We're social animals. And people think, oh, Lua is just talking shit because this is just a temporary thing. You watch. You wait. If they get their wishes, they want to cut humanity into pieces. And the way to destroy a planet is to cut people into pieces. And how do you cut people? You cut their socialization. Look at the magic words they're using. Look at the negative mantra they're using. Social distance and all this crap. That is like a negative spell. People don't understand. It's a spell. You're casting a spell on humanity and people are falling for it. It's a bloody spell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect everybody, for example. And people that don't want to hug me, I don't, because I respect freedom. But as far as I'm concerned, if anybody's willing to hug me, I don't care how much category COVID-19 they say you have. Come hug. If you're around me, I'll give you a hug. Because I'm not worried about this thing. Because for me, in terms of being a human being, if we can hug each other, then what is the point of living? If we can't love each other, what is the point? I mean, who would disagree with that? When you can't hug your grandma, your grandfather, you can't hug them, and you're gonna get a grandma sick? That's total bullshit. I mean, goodness, you know how many germs, how many things are all over the place throughout the planet for millennia, and we've survived it? It's called herd immunity. Leave it alone. Let people mix. Let them hug. Let them make love. The thing will just. Now, if Trump said this, oh, he must be wrong. And I'm saying sometimes Trump says dumb things, but sometimes it's correct. If we hadn't gone crazy like this, locking people up, this thing would have been almost wiped out, or at least diminished. But because these guys are negative magicians, and I'm just coming up straight today. Before I was more diplomatic, saying, okay, let me not say my position. Now I'm taking my stand today. And I'm willing, Hunia. How you doing? I'm taking my stand today. Before I was more diplomatic, saying, okay, yes, I still want to talk and, excuse me, organizing, talking to each other. But at the end of the day, let's just all take stand. Because that's the only way we can really be real. Otherwise, everybody is so goddamn political. They won't say what they think. But that's part of the dishonesty that I see in us as humans. The dishonesty. Everybody is hiding. Nobody's speaking their heart. Let me say what you think. Exactly. You're a free being. Yeah, absolutely. People need to just speak and take a stand and say, I'm not going to do this, or whatever it is, just say it. Because that stance is necessary right now in my view. Otherwise, if people keep listening to all these goddamn rules and stuff like that, the planet will not be what people want it to be. It will be nothing but a fascist club. We are watching each other, is that what we want? Watching each other like a freaking, like Germany? No, we want a planet where freedom reigns, and where freedom reigns, guess what? What goes with it? They're a couple. You can't have there's no freedom without love. It's impossible. Anybody tells you that, they're lying or they don't know what they're talking about. Freedom and love go together. So if anybody tells you to make a choice, this is what humans are often told. Choose between your freedom and what's this and that. I'm like, no. In the real energetic of the universe, everything works together. If you can't have your freedom, if you don't have love, you can't share love with people. I mean, what kind of life is that, in my view? I mean, maybe somebody would disagree with me. Anybody's willing to write something over there for maybe I'm wrong, but it's like, then what is the point? Just to eat and survive? And do what if you can't love? And how do we humans show love? Best message ever, I love you. I wish everybody see you this way. Yeah. Let's just all just admit it. This is a war on the feminine. And any woman, and I'm making challenges right now, any woman who really loves, or man who loves the feminine, and tell me this is good for the feminine to grow love. Come on, please. Anybody can try to convince me that not hugging people, not kissing people, that's going to help the planet. It will destroy this planet, because there are two ways energies move, either creatively or destructively. If we don't go in the direction of love, hugging, and things like that, it will go to war. And this is what these bastards want. They want war on this planet, because you can see they're setting up stage for it. I mean, every time you can go, you can't go. The mass way doesn't work. They're intentionally confusing people and creating factions. They know what they're doing. And humanity, we're falling for that crap. We're letting them play us. Why? Let's for once just all talk and get together and say, look, what do you feel? Okay, this is what I think. We can negotiate. We're humans. At least I hope some of us are. And don't let anybody tell you that being a human is like a terrible thing. I say it, and I will keep saying it. Being a human being is one of the highest forms in the universe. The human being. Because this is where you feel, this planet where you feel. Anybody has some kind of channel towards some ascended master, and they're saying that, oh, you poor humans, you die. I'm like, tell them to fuck themselves, to go fuck themselves. I don't care what kind of master they call themselves. Because the truth is, this is the planet. This is where people learn how to grow deeply. So let's just respect each other and say we are humans and respect each other. Otherwise, this division that is so intense right now, if care is not taken, could blow up this planet. It won't, in my view, because hopefully more and more people are waking up to the game, which is part of why I'm speaking up right now. I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to speak up. Whatever happens, happens now. Because more and more people need to be speaking their truth, because what I'm saying is not just me that knows this. A lot of people know it, but they're afraid to speak because their family might be angry at them. The lover might not love them anymore. It's like, come on, what kind of living is that? Be bold. If somebody is in your life and they can allow you to peacefully and lovingly express yourself, are they really your lover or somebody who cares about you? When a simple thing about, oh, this is my view, makes them want to disown you, is that really worth a friendship in my view? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. To me, that's not worth it at all. That person can be over there, as one of my friends will say, over there. Because if I can't really tell you what I think, whether I'm wrong or right, who cares? If I can't tell you, then that means I'm hiding too many things from you, and that destroys relationships eventually. It does. Because then you have to keep so much. And when you keep so many secrets from somebody and it gets out of hand, then of course there's discord. Because then they don't know you anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep saying we all need to work together. And again, going back to the theme of today, this thing that's happening right now, if anybody was to trace this down energetically, you will see this is a war on the feminine. This is what's going on. All the attributes of the feminine, love, hugging, all the beautiful things, now those are nature. You know, gyms where people go to release stress. Watch, look at all the lists that they give you, places where you don't go. Places that are very positive. Go to the gym, you get to get your stress out. You can go to church and sing. I'm not really a religious man, but at least if you like to go to church, at least something is good. You can listen to the music and dance. They're cutting all that shit off. Why? Even movies, which used to be something that people used to do, now it's like not even, because they don't want you to have fun. They want to stress people out to the maximum. And when people are stressed, they act crazy. And this is what these guys want. They want either a race war, a world war, whatever, some kind of war. That's their God. The God of war, that's who they worship. God, war. People fighting each other, all kinds of nonsense. So, come on, people, I'm begging you all, please, whoever, if you have a family or anybody that you love, just tell them these things. If they get away from your life, then that means that was never a friend. Otherwise, if they disagree with you, they can just say, oh, you're crazy like Olua. So what? Who cares? But you never know. If you speak truth to these people, they just might listen. Because people are beginning to see through the bullshit. People are beginning to see the inconsistency. It's nonsense. But people are not telling you because you're not telling them your truth. If you tell them your truth, one day they'll call you. They might wake you up in the middle of the night and say, can I talk to you? Because once you show your truth to somebody where you are, that person, sooner than later, they have to reveal their own truth to you too. It's one of the cosmic laws. But when we hide from each other, we don't reveal the truth to each other because we want to keep a marriage going. We want to give. If there's no truth being shared between two people, 2 or 3 souls, it will die. It's about sharing truth. I show my truth to you, show me truth. That's how people grow. But the way it is like, oh, no, don't worry about that. Don't do this and that. I'm like, no, this is a war on the feminine. And those of us who love the feminine, whether you're male or female, I would say, please, if you're a true feminist, which I consider myself part of the true feminism, a true feminism to me is somebody who values and appreciates the feminine. That's part of why I'm speaking about this, because that term also has been hijacked. As far as I'm concerned, feminism, somebody who loves and appreciates the feminine. And if you love and appreciate the feminine, I would say join in raising the global awareness if you have that kind of means. Because people need to realize this and look direct at the source and see what is being done to them. Catherine, thank you. People need to open their mouth because the person you are living with will tell you their own truth. If you tell them your truth, that's part of what I've noticed in human relationships. Everybody's hiding truth because they feel like if I tell you the truth, you will use it against me. No. If you keep revealing truth, speaking to somebody from your heart, which is what I call truth, speaking truth to them, sooner than later they have to open their heart. Otherwise, it's going to be divorce. It's not going to work. It's like oil and water. If you want to get people out of your life, people who are not worthy to be in your life, start sharing so much truth about yourself. Reveal it. I don't mean say things that can get you into trouble. I'm not saying that. But just honest truth about your tendencies, what you're struggling. Speak from your heart to somebody. Sooner than later, they have to join you. Otherwise, it will cut because the energy is too deep. It's too different. But everybody's thinking, oh, I'm going to hide my truth from you because you may use it against me. And then we've all become secret keepers. And I know this because I'm Scorpio, right? We love to keep secrets, but it's a different kind of secret. In fact, the word secret for Scorpios is not accurate. It's a wrong choice of word. I would have called it the mystic. That's it. That's a Scorpio. It's not secret. It's just things that you have to earn. That's what the mystic is. It's not secretive. Because secretive groups, if they ever tell you they meet in secret and nobody can know about it, you have to have a membership, that is a sign, my brothers and sisters. That is a sign. If anybody comes to you and say, join this group and it's exclusive, beware. Be very careful. But those are one of their signatures. Exclusivity. Makes you feel special. And before you know it now, you're going to start fighting your neighbors. I try my best to stay away from any exclusive group. To me, that's a sign that somebody's up to something. Just for me personally. If somebody ever says only this, only that, then you got to be like, okay, why are we separating? You know what I'm saying? You say that. Why are we separating people from each other? That's the question I always ask. Why are we separating? And they say, no, it's only for this. And I always listen for their answer. But I never buy it. I never buy it personally. I listen to what they're saying, but I never buy it. Because to me, it violates a basic cosmic principle. Variety makes it richer. Variety. You want things to be, like a variety of things. And when somebody says, no, it's exclusive, they may still do some beautiful work, but it will be limited, guaranteed, because the energy is limited. The more you have in the soup, the better. The richer the soup is. It's just a simple thing. That's why I say if a group is inviting you and they say it's exclusive, be very careful. Because sooner than later, they're going to turn you against the others. That's how this grows. That's how they grow. Each against the other, that you feel special, chosen people, chosen that, we're better than you, all that stuff. It has to stop, in my view, if we're going to have a beautiful planet. Like, even though the way I stand, everybody knows, I don't hide that, I don't want to hide anything, like I share. The whole mask thing, I think is ridiculous, Vaccination, I'm not anti-vaxxer, but I think they need to do better work to convince people. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's anti-vaxxer. We are scientific here. Just more conviction. And you can't say people can sue you. To me, that's a red flag. That's what we're saying. Nobody's anything. It's just a matter of, if you want me to take this shit, at least convince me. Don't just say you have to take it. This is what I call the violation of human rights. And that's why I'm against a lot of these groups. I'm not against what the fuck they do. Let them make the goddamn vaccine. Let them make it. Whoever wants to take it, let them take it. All I'm saying is that nobody should be forced to do anything. I'm always against that generally. But that is a fascism. That is fascism. What else can you call it? If I ever keep anybody in a hospital against their will, that's fascism. But it's not looked as fascism because the person is in the hospital. They say, oh, it's good for this person. No, that is a violation of cosmic law. Somebody wants to die, let them go. Honestly, I'm not sound harsh. That is cosmic law. There might be consequences, but don't hold them back. Because how the fuck do you know what's better for that soul? That's what I ask people. How do you know? But no, we're going to take care because we're committed. You become a jailer. So to me, I'm very sensitive to those things because as far as I'm concerned, one of the ways the planet has been commandeered is to tell people that this is a good thing to do. Do it. Whenever anybody tells you that do this, sacrifice something for your nation, run away. Run the fuck away. I tell all my friends, run away. Because a true society, the way it works, is everybody's interest is at. That's why America is a republic. Everybody's view and interest counts. If somebody's interest is not included, they sacrifice yourself, then what kind of society is that? I sacrifice me, you sacrifice. Guess who teaches that shit? It is the goddamn politicians and the military industrial complex. Those who don't like humanity. They do all that shit. No. Just be yourself. That's what I tell people. Just be yourself. Follow your heart. And the truth shall be revealed at the right time. But it's just about courage sometimes. Just to have the courage to realize that nobody can make you do what you really don't want to do. And it's on a deep level. That's why I would love the world to have more rebels. I'm not a revolutionary. I don't like revolutions. I think they're all stupid. They always end up in pain and suffering. Because every revolutionary eventually becomes crazy, bloodthirsty, because you have to kill many people whenever you take over. I mean, there are many people you have to take over from. Then you become a murderer before you know, start enjoying that shit. No, I'm for rebelliousness. Rebelliousness is what the planet needs. A lot of souls, individuals who say, fuck this bullshit. We are going to look for cooperatives to form new systems of being, new ways of being, where individual freedom is respected and love is supreme. That's what the planet needs right now. New cooperatives, where humans are working together for the benefit of all, as opposed to this goddamn Wall Street model which has to die. Let it die. The day I hear that Wall Street is die, I'll dance like a madman. They're useless. They're blood-sucking motherfuckers. I say, I don't give a fuck. Blood-sucking motherfucker. All they care about is profit, and they destroy America. Americans allow this because they were like, yeah, let's give all the jobs to the Chinese. Let's give them all the jobs. We can live like yuppies and just work in the offices. So we can't really complain too much because they sold it to us in the 80s, whatever it was. They were like, yeah. We'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. Let the Chinese do all the work. And guess what's happening right now? They deceived people. They took all the industry from America. All the factories started getting closed. Americans were seeing it. They were like, we don't need that shit anymore. We're just going to be rich anyway. We're just going to work in the offices. No dirty work anymore. How are you going to build a nation without dirty work? Engineering is needed. True wealth created. Not this bullshit, paper pushing that people call money. These guys are not money people. They're criminals. Somebody has to say it. These are criminals. People should see them for what they were. This goddamn Wall Street. They are fucking criminals. I say it. I don't give a damn anymore. They're criminals. What they're doing is not wealth creation. They're stealing. True wealth creator is it. That's why I'm not against capitalism at all. For me, capitalism, it doesn't have to be bad. It just means somebody in a community who knows how to create wealth. And then you lend your gift to the community, and then community rewards you. But they make sure you serve the community. What is wrong with that? I'm not against capitalism, because then you can actually create wealth. There are people that are gifted at it. There's an Enneagram type. And those kind of people, you can encourage them, but you have to say, look, if you don't serve us anymore, we're going to kick you out. So yes, a true capitalist serves the community. Whereas what these guys have created is nothing what I call a monetary state. It's money worship. These guys worship gold. They're gold diggers, literally gold diggers. And some people might say I'm racist for that. I'm not talking about any race in particular. Anybody who is obsessed with thin is a gold digger. And that's all they care about, just mining and mining and mining. The thieves. A true capitalist, even if you're going to mine, which I'm not really for, but if the earth says yes and says, okay, take this out of me, after asking her, which we don't do, we just take. So if she wants to say yes, then we should transform these metals into wealth for everybody. Not somebody hoarding these gold bars as if it's some kind of being that they have to worship or something. If you're going to have the gold, at least make it useful. Otherwise, can you eat gold? But these fools, their own thing is just the amount of gold and precious metals. That's all they can think about. They are not creative at all. A true wealth creator is somebody who's wealth creator, who can create a business, a new way of doing things. This guy just want to mine and mine and mine. And when you mine and mine and mine and you don't transform it into energy, what's going to happen? If you're going to mine so much, you have to make sure the industrial capacity is massive. That's why even though the whole global warming thing, I'm not going to say too much because I have friends that believe in it, but I'm on the fence, to be honest with you. Because I look at these motherfuckers and I see what they're doing. They want to deindustrialize. That's part of the goal. They want to cause so much poverty. People don't even know the half of it, what these guys are planning to starve majority of humanity. Because if you destroy the factories, you destroy the wealth. And people can't produce wealth anymore. And they can't make love, they can't touch. What do you think is going to happen to their planet? To die. And they'll just move on to a different planet maybe. Who knows what they've been doing. They bleed this one dry. Then they come back again maybe. But no more of that shit. No more. That history of humanity is done. That's time of human history where any being can just come to Earth and just rape her. That time is over. Part of what I'm seeing right now, why there's all this desperation to kill people, because Mother Earth is beginning to insist for her freedom. And I say, let's do it. Let's support Mother Earth in her evolution, whatever way we can assist. Because the truth is, that's part of why they don't want us to do it. But let's be rebellious. That's all I say. I'm not saying revolution. Let people stand up and create cooperatives. A new system of wealth whereby everybody benefits. That's the feminine model, which is better for the planet Earth. And it creates so much wealth. That's what the Hindus call the Lakshmi. It's a Lakshmi system. Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. That's what the Hindus, who were native indigenous Indians, the Dravidians, those guys, they had that system. And it creates so much wealth because everybody's working hard. Because they're so happy. Because they're all going to benefit from it. But that's what we have right now is some guy in some office somewhere is making all the money. Everybody is doing all the work. Who wants to work hard for that shit? All it does is create misery. So we need a new feminine model. So let's be rebellious. Groups of free individuals coming together and say, let's buy land. That is the new model I see for a lot of people. Let's all start buying land. Cooperatives, systems. So people can learn to share. When children grow on cooperatives, they used to call it commune. I'm not going to call it that because that's a negative term now. People call it communes. Cooperatives, the children cannot be stingy. They will know how to share. And they will not be warmongers. People don't understand that. The root, okay, now the world could have like a nuclear war, right? And what is the root of Christianity? What they teach people to do? It's called the nuclear family. You see, how can you have a world that will not go towards nuclear war when the root of it is nuclear family? Nuclear family is poison in my view. Absolute poison. I'm going to say it. Pure evil, in my view. Almost evil. Not really evil, but almost. Because it creates limited humans. Limited humans. Small thinking. Me, myself, and I. You know, met a lot of women complaining about their men being like a narcissist. And I always laugh, to be honest with you, because deep down I'm thinking, which man is not a narcissist? Which man? It's just a matter of how much he reveals to you. Every man is a narcissist. Why? We create narcissistic men. How do we do it? They are born in families when they say you are the leader of this family, you have to do whatever you have to do to protect against the other family. That's a narcissistic man. All he cares about is he himself and his family. That's it. That's a small-minded son of a bitch. And I use strong languages, but that's how I am, and I can't pretend. But when people grow up, at least in extended family, your heart is bigger. You can share. And for some reason, you're not the leader of it. So you're humble. But once they raise you to be the leader, and then these motherfuckers are the ones that say, this men beat their women. What do you expect? In the nuclear family, it is nothing but poison. And I'm not justifying it. Anybody that thinks I'm justifying, I'm not justifying. It's pure poison. Because the man has to work I'm talking about traditional type, has to work so hard to provide. You know what that does to a man or a woman? It makes you miserable because you have to work so hard to provide for so many people. It's not easy. But when you have two people in the family who raise the children together in a community, and they're both creating wealth, they have aunties, nephews, or people around them that can help them raise the children, they're going to love each other. But the way we have it right now is two enemies living with the children. That's what I call nuclear families. And I'm speaking strongly, I don't care what people say. Two enemies at the dinner table with their child. What do you think that kind of child will become? Because it's stressful. If he loses his job, and this is what these guys have created in the name of theology and truth. Absolute garbage. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And then we worry where the world is. It's about to go to world war if care is not taken. Well, nuclear. But those who designed things, those who run the show, they know what they are doing. That's what this is all about. They know what they're doing. That's why I keep warning people who love and adore the feminine. Hold tight. Please hug the feminine. All of you, whoever is listening, whoever will leave, will be joining later or watching later. Hug the feminine. Any feminine quality. Whether it's hugging people, making love, gardening, dancing, all those things. Make sure whatever they do, don't let them take those away from you, please. Go to your garden. Go to nature. If it's legal. Don't abandon the feminine. That's what they are fighting against. They want us to abandon the feminine. And I say feminine, and I'm saying fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The feminine is the very soul of this planet. It's full of water. When the planet has so much water, it's a feminine planet. And what does she want? She wants a movement of liquids and fluids and joy. She wants celebration. Parties, fun, dancing, lovemaking, all kinds of beautiful things. And that's what these motherfuckers want people to start avoiding. Y'all watch. Those who say that, those of me, or people like me who are talking like this, that we're like, whatever word, that's fine. I don't mind being made fun of. It's fine. All I'm saying is, if you guys, the way you see the world, were to get the world the way you want it, I can almost guarantee you, y'all be thinking that, oh my goodness, Olua was right. Not to bamboozle anybody with the truth. I'm just saying that the way I see it. Because the kind of world you guys are asking for, you don't know. When somebody wants to take over your house, they first are going to scare you. They're going to say you have a snake in your room. And then you're going to be afraid. They're going to say, okay, now step outside the room. Okay? And then they're going to take over your room. So that's what it is. You know? They're scaring people so bad. People are beginning to have heart attacks spontaneously. The amount of death are rising. And they blame every goddamn thing on COVID. So many jokes about that. Somebody dies in their sleep, COVID must have. So many. And this is not to say it's not real for those who are black and white thinking. Because a lot of people are black and white thinking. They're like, oh, it's either this or that. No. Nobody's saying there's no COVID. What we're saying is, watch, don't give your freedom away so that they can save your life. That's all we're saying. Let's keep an eye on freedom. Because if freedom goes, there goes love. They go together. They're a couple. People think, oh, we just love each other. We just do whatever for society. That becomes fascism. What do you think that the root of fascism is? That's fascism. People love each other to death. Part of what destroys a lot of marriages. Two people hate each other, they start watching each other. Who's cheating is not cheating. The pressure will break it down. As opposed to just saying, okay, who are you? Oh, this is who I am. Can we live together? No? Okay, I'll move on. Oh, we want to live together? But you try to be authentic. Anyway, that's that. What else do I want to say? Oh, 8:10. Okay, what else? What else? Anybody has any question? I'm just ranting today, but I hope some people got anything from that. If you have any question, just ask me, and I'll talk a little more about it, maybe for another 20 minutes. Otherwise, I might shut down for a little bit now. But join me on Fridays. I'm going to be doing live. I believe maybe on YouTube, very likely. I think Friday is going to be my day. Fridays, I'm going to choose on YouTube. Just join me. Put my name down. You're going to find the channel. I'm going to be posting some videos there, more videos, because I want to put like about 500 videos on YouTube very soon. If it doesn't, if YouTube doesn't, go crazy, because they're also censoring so much information. People can't even use the word coronavirus anymore without getting in trouble. So we have to come up with secret words so that we can keep our videos alive, so that people can keep watching them and learning. Because we need to just disseminate a lot of just materials to humanity. They just keep talking to each other. Love you too, Jide. Love you too. Love you, love you. You feel my passion, right? Yeah, man, because for me, I feel like love you too, man. And I see you, man. I see you, man. I see some of your struggles, man. But guess what, man? You are going towards your destiny. It takes courage, man, my nephew. It takes courage, man. Just be courageous and keep going in that direction. You'll see. You see what will happen. Miracles will happen for you. All life asks from us is the perseverance and to keep heart. Because if we persevere and we keep our heart open, blessings begin to manifest sooner than later. It has to. Because it's about keeping the heart open. And the more open it is, then suddenly blessings are just pouring in. When the heart is closed, that's where suffering is. That's what I keep telling people, that just keep whatever is happening in your life, keep your heart open. Otherwise, if you don't keep your heart open, that's where people go haywire. Because before you know it, hatred begins to build. People don't understand something. Hatred is not what people think it is. Hatred actually is blocked heart. When the heart is blocked, it creates hatred. Hatred, literally, if you were to ask me what it is, hatred is a blocked heart. In 2 words, hatred is a blocked heart. The more blocked it is, the more hatred one is capable of. Okay? Hatred is a blocked heart. Because if one's heart is very open, if one's heart is really open, then how can you hate? You may dislike. I know, I dislike things too. I mean, you can. I think that's part of being human. You may even have strong dislike, like I do. I'm a pretty passionate kind of guy, so I can dislike somebody very much. Some of these people that are trying to control humanity, especially, I can have a strong dislike, but I never hate. Hatred needs your heart to close. Dislike is allowed because it's softer. You can it's manageable. Just a little irritation with them, just a minor irritation. Like, I don't prefer these people. Almost like I don't prefer them. But when you say I hate them, that means you are judging them. That means you say they shouldn't exist, and then you want to kill them. No, I don't want to. Even Bill Gates, I don't want to kill any of these people. I want them to have some wealth, thrive, because you see, in the 3D, you need all 3. You need the good, evil, and the neutral. They are having a purpose in the evolution of humanity. All I'm saying is, we should do our best to make sure they don't have too much power. But how do you prevent them from having too much power and do more evil? By us waking up and realizing that we have the key. And what is the key? The key is for us to know the truth. And once you know the truth, it sets you free. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And what is this truth? We are not weak humans. We are not weak humans. We are strong, we are powerful, we are vulnerable, and we are strong. This planet is existence in physical form, as I tell people. That's why it's dense. It's pure weight to hold the whole energy of the galaxy in space and time. Without this Earth, there will be no space and time. That's the experiment of the planet Earth. This function of planet Earth, part of it is it holds space and time in place. Otherwise, everything will dissolve. There's no play. That's why this Earth has to survive. If it dissolves, the whole universe will dissolve, because she's crucial to her. They're one. That's why I have no doubt that the Earth shall triumph. Because how do you beat the universe itself in physical form? Impossible. I know a lot of people right now, it looks like saying too much, but the truth is, as far as I see it, humans have survived. We've done it. We're in a new age already. And only those who are in their heart can already feel it. Because it's a love vibration. It's a love vibration. Thank you all. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for helping me in the flow, because sometimes the more people show up, the more the energy raises. So I was able to cover some topics, because a lot of what I say is addressed to the audience. Even though I may not know who you are, once you show up, the message is for you. Whatever it is for you, it's not the truth until you experience it. So don't believe anything I say. Just do it and see what happens. If somehow it opens your heart and you feel more peace and presence, then of course that means it's a great thing. So may this be your truth. But before you go, take a deep breath. Relax. Deep breath. Relax. That's it. So it's simple. Just this moment you can do this, you will see what's going on. Suddenly your whole body is more settled. Your heart is more open. Just 3 breaths. For most people, 3 breaths, I would say minimum. Some people might take 10, 20. Generally, 3 breaths will begin to change the energy. Even for a few seconds. If you do 3 breaths 100 times a day, you will wake up in this very lifetime guaranteed. Because breath is the secret. If you can master breath, you've mastered it all. And that's why the breathing technique is very powerful. Because once you become master of your own breathing, then it means your emotions become like a servant. Otherwise, the breath is like a spark that just sparks up without your control. That's why the presence has to be built, and then the ego is then mastered. So, breath is one of my favorite ways to teach. May you find this breath way. Blessings to you. Love you guys. So, if you want to make a donation, I should say that. Go to my Venmo. It's at Oluwa Adams, I believe. My Venmo, okay? At Oluwa Adams. And I'm about to check out right now. I don't know who just joined, but I was about to sign out. Let me see who it is. Who are you? And it was, who is this? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, well, I was just about to sign off. I already did what I wanted to do tonight. Next time, join us at 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday. And I'm going to be doing some on, I see, on Wednesdays. And Friday is going to be YouTube. That's what I feel. Friday's YouTube and live. So join me. And if you have any questions, just text me or message me on Messenger. Direct message me, okay? Love you guys. Ava, thank you. It's been too long since I saw you. Josh, what's up, man? How you doing? Josh Kranjek, how you doing, man? Long time no see. I was just about to sign up, but y'all just join. Don't worry. It's all good. I just got to sign off. I love you guys. And I'll be in touch, Josh. I mean, you have my number, man. You have my number. I love you guys. Love you guys. Blessing. Take care. Blessings.